Good morning, British literature scholars. Welcome to what is, I guess, week 2 of the summer semester. Last week is supposed to be week 1, but even though there was only one class day and we didn't start till Thursday, we'll just go ahead and call that week 1. Now we're in week 2. So, a few things of housekeeping here. First of all, the Hard Times folder, I've almost finished putting those materials together and I'm about to post those. I expect that by lunchtime today, Hard Times module will be fully operational, just like the other 3 currently are. And I do hope that if you haven't decided on which story you want to write your research paper on yet, that you'll consider Hard Times, because it has different merits from the other 3. All 4 of these stories have merits. I have selected all 4 stories because they are still relevant in some way today. So I'm hoping, my hope is that when I read these research papers, there are 18 of you in this class. Of the 18, about 1/4 will do Hard Times, 1/4 will do Ernest, 1/4 will do Pride and Prejudice, and 1/4 will do Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know if that's going to be the distribution. The distribution may be a little bit more different from that. But ideally, I'd like to see about the same number of papers. However, what I want you to do is pick the story that you feel like you enjoy the most and that you will be able to write the best paper on. That's what I'm looking for. And that first paper, which is going to be the basis for your research paper later, but that first paper isn't due until next Friday, June the 12th. So you still have, what do we got here, like 11 days or something like that to finish reading your first story and getting that first paper written. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be plenty of time. I also will be happy to look over any early drafts of that first paper. So if you don't like writing, or if you're scared of writing, maybe you didn't do so well in English 1101 and 1102, feel free to come by my office if you're on campus, or if you can get to my office in person, come by my office with a hard copy of your paper, and I will pull out an ink pen, and you and I will sit there together, and I will go through your paper and tell you what works and what doesn't work and what you can do to get a better grade. If, however, you don't live in Albany, or if you work a 9-to-5 job, don't be afraid to email me a paper and say, Mr. Smith, can you look this over? But send it as an email if you want me to look it over, because anything that goes in that Dropbox will likely get a grade pretty quickly. So be cognizant of that. If you want me to look over a paper and give you comments, don't just stick it in the Dropbox and forget it, because I won't look at it until I start grading the papers, and then you'll get a grade on that instead of getting a grade on an improved paper. So do take the time to write multiple drafts if you can, and get them to me. You'll have 2 weeks on every novel. So having the rest of this week and all of next week, plus last week, to get started on these books should be more than enough time. 2 of these books can be read in a single day. That is Jekyll and Hyde and Ernest. The other 2 could probably be read in just 2, 3, 4 days, and then you can start writing the paper on that. Take good notes as you read your books. If you don't plan to sell the books back to the bookstore, go ahead and mark them up so that you can find key passages early, make notes in the margin and stuff like that. If you are going to sell the books back, you may not want to mark them up, but you can use a sheet of notebook paper like this, or some index cards like this to make notes on, and that can help you as well. All right, so Hard Times, first module. Happy to help. So that's it. Now I'm going to post videos like this every single week. So then they'll usually be active by 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. So go ahead and watch these every week. There'll be important announcements. There'll be, if there are any changes, I'll make those announcements in these videos in addition to the emails I'll send you. And like I said, I really think that you're going to like these 4 works that I've selected, and I hope that you do. And I hope that this first one hits a home run for you, and that you'll be ready to spend the rest of the semester writing about it. And that's all I have.